Hey guys, before we start, I just wanted to say that this video is going to be really long. There will be chapters on the bottom, so feel free to look at them if you want to and skip through if you need to. But I do highly recommend, especially if you need to watch it through. All right? All right. What is up, everyone? I hope you guys are well. Welcome to Back to Basics. Today we're going to show you about boost management mechanics and things I think you should know. Before that, the last video we did a walkthrough on the whole game in the aspects of like boost, when do they spawn, what gives you what. We talked about your controller and how everything should work. And I gave you a drill where it was to hit the ball as fast as you can and as hard as you can, go up for everything to try and build that awareness. Also, to meet the ball on where it's going to be, not where it is, which is a great thing. So if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Anyway, let's begin. So today we're going to talk about boost management, and that's why I'm in a private match. Before we begin, there is one thing to tell you. Today you might see my overlay and my right trigger isn't as full as my left. It's just broken on the controller, but I fixed it in the settings. So it's still working as usual. It's just a little broken, and it's fine. Now, boost management. So this is the layout of the map. Okay, I'm going to show you half. They're both the same, but I'm just going to show you half. All right, cool. When I say boost management, I'm going to say like how to get boost. We're going to think of it as paths. So let's say I just hit the ball here. All right, and my camera's here, and I want to rotate back to the blue side. When I say paths, it's like I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna be like, what path am I gonna take? And as you can see, I just gonna turn around, and you see there's a path right here, right? And everywhere I go, there's boost. Okay. And then let's say I turn around again, and I'm gonna take the same path, but this time I'm gonna change it up, and I'm gonna go for this one, and then I'm gonna come into the net, and now I am around this area. So that's what I mean by pathing. I wanted to show you it like this because it's a little easier to see, but I will show you also in game and tell you some tips and tricks. It's important to realize where these boost pads are. It's always going to be in the same spot in every map, except I think some other ones that we don't play in competitive. And it's important to pick paths because that's how it's going to be faster. It's going to be a lot faster for you to go down this route, for example, and grab boost than it will be if you went down the same route. So let's go back. It will be then if you went like this, picked up this one, you came to pick up this one, and then you came all the way here, and you came all the way here, and then you came here to defend the net, right? It's just going to be a lot faster if you have these paths, because the most important thing is you have a lot of boost, you'll be able to go up for things normally. So right now, we're just going to join. As you can see, I have 33 boost, and this is the path I'm taking, right? This is it. So it's good to just learn them. So there's boost here. Let's say I cut that, I come through here. It's good to just learn where these things are, right? And soon you'll be able to do them without even like looking at the ball, even though I just missed a few, you know? But yeah, without looking at the boost pad itself. The important thing is that when you learn these paths, you're building that muscle memory on where they are so that you can do it without being off ball cam for a long time, right? If you came over here and you started collecting boost, let's say I'm looking at the ball, let's say I'm looking at the ball, right? And I'm like, I need to definitely look and see where the paths are because I don't know it. And you're doing this and you're spending a long time looking at it. You're not looking at where the ball is. And that's really dangerous. All right, so I don't want you relying on doing this and then turning around for the ball. I want you to, when you go off ball cam, you're looking at where you want to be and you're switching back, right? So I want to go for this boost and I'm switching back. And I know where I am at all times, right? So because if you're just sitting here doing this all the time, you know, the play's happening, all of a sudden it's on the other side and you're in the wrong position. So that's why you want to make sure that when you switch off ball cam to pick up boost, you switch back quickly to do it. So my way is go off ball cam to fix your line, right? So let's say I want to grab the big boost pad in the middle. I'm going to go off ball cam, adjust, and go back in. right? And then I will eventually get used to picking them up by the sound and the way they work. That's what I mean by efficiency. Learn the pathing. There's so many different paths you can take to come back. And this is a lot better than going for boost 100% of the time. I'll give you an example right now. I have 25. I can pick this boost up. Let's say I'm not. Let's say I'm coming back really quick and the ball's coming back from the left side of me, right? And I'm coming back and I pick up this boost. I pick up this boost. And then look at where I am right now. I am here. Where's the net? It's right there, right? It's a lot better to do this and I'm facing the play than it is for me to be like, hey, I don't have this right now, and come over here, and then grab this, and now I'm ready for the play. It's just a lot slower to do it this way, and a lot faster to cut up and get these little lines here, right? And then face the play. So let's say place is coming this way, I'm now facing the play, okay? Hard cut. One thing I didn't mention in our last video is the boost pad. You don't have to go over it completely to grab it. So I'll give you an example. This is the boost pad right here, okay? This is going over it. You see how I'm over the boost, right? That's it. But this one, look, I'm just going to be on the side and I picked it up, okay? But look at this. I'm just going to be on the side. I'm not even close to it. I'm not even going over it. You don't have to go over it to pick it up, okay? That's why when you see people do kickoffs, right? They're doing, sometimes they'll start from here. Oh, I'm lagging. Oh. So, you'll notice this too when people do kickoffs, right? Man, my face is so dark in this room. You notice it too when people do kickoffs, they're just doing this, and they're picking it up, right? They're not actually doing, they're not actually going over it. So now I'm back in training, and I want to talk about recoveries. Recoveries is making sure that we are in the right position that we want to be in when we are doing things, right? So for example, I'll give you a very quick example of this. When I'm facing the wall like this, let's say I want to make sure my nose is pointed down towards the ground, ready to go. So recovery will look like this. So it won't look like this. Recovery doesn't look like this, where I'm on the wall, and then I turn down. No. Recovery looks like me making sure I am ready to go. And you can see that's a lot faster than turning around up here and then having to turn all the way down. I'm already facing down, my nose is pointing down, and I'm ready to go. All right? That's one drill, but we'll get to that in a minute. We'll put a pin on that one. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to jump up in the air, and I want you to use the air roll, okay? And it's going to put you in weird positions, okay? But when you land, I want you pointing where you want to be. So in this case, I want to always be facing this net right in front of me. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to do some air roll things. I'm going to have fun, chill, and relax. And I'm going to try and always make it so I'm facing this way. All right? I'll give you another example. I want to face behind me, right? So I'm going to pretend to air roll and do random things and make sure I'm always facing the other direction. This isn't optimal. I want to be facing the actual net, but I could not do that, right? And you're going to have little moments of blackout because your brain doesn't know which action to use, right? And it's just trying to build that little muscle memory to figure it out. And that's why we want to do it. When you get to a point where you're so comfortable doing that and actually landing where you are, you're at a good point because that you're landing where you want to be. So I want to be facing the other net. So I'm facing the other net. That's a great point because it tells you that you have that ability to, you can do that ability. And I'll give you another example on what that means. If I jumped up, turned around, and I started flying backwards, right? And I was able to pick where I wanted to go. You see these little micro movements I'm making? That's because I know what I'm doing. And I only know that because I've done it so many times. It's the same thing with your air roll. You might not be able to do it the first time, and you might freak out a little bit, but you'll figure it out. You'll definitely figure it out. I'm boosting to try and keep myself some height, and that's about it. So the trick is to just jump in the air, press the air roll button, do some air roll, and see if you can just land on your wheels facing where you want to be. Best thing that for me to do is just face the opposite direction. Right? It's like, oh, okay, got off there, now I'm here. Right? Awesome. The second part of recovery was, let's unpin what we did last time. It was the on the wall thing. When I was in platinum, I had a hard time because I always ended up hitting the ball and landing on the wall like this, and I had to turn around and come down. All right, and that always took so long, and it screwed me up. So right now, what I do is when I go up to a wall, I am air rolling, and I'm making sure I'm always facing with my nose pointed down, because then I'm ready to go back down the wall. So up, figure it out, come back down. Up, figure it out, and then pretend and come back down. Cool? Awesome. And that is your recoveries. Next thing to figure out is what we did before, which was the flying backwards. This is really simple. Just want to turn around, boost a little bit. You want to use your air roll, right, to turn around. Okay? And then you want to start moving up and down, left and right, and trying to just fly backwards, right? This helps when you're on the riff as well, because it's the same controls, right? And then what I like to do is I like to pick a part in the net that I want to go. So right now, I want to go top right, okay? So I'm going to flip, I'm going to fly, I'm going to pretend, and I'm going to try to make it to the top right of the net, okay? Boom. And now I'm going to go top left. Oh, no, change it, top right. Why not? Okay? And that's just going to help get those little movements that you need to do. Right? Notice how I am not boosting. I am tapping my boost. I'm not just doing this. Okay? Because this kind of freaks you out a little bit. Right? For little micro movements, you just need to tap. Okay? And you're going to learn to hit the ball like that too. That's another drill that I want you to use for your mechanics. There are two more things I want you to learn. It's the half flip, and that's why I have the overlay up. The half flip makes you turn around, the 180, makes you turn around quickly. Okay, so instead of doing this and turning, where so like I'm over here and I want to face the other net, I got to turn like this, and now I'm facing the other net. Instead of doing that, we're just going to do something like this. Right, so I'm going to do that again because that was a really bad example. There you go, something like that. Okay, and the way we do it is simple. So this is the good mechanic to do. You want to dodge backwards. That's the first step. When you dodge backwards, immediately you want to point forward. Okay, and you see how that cancels my dodge halfway? It cancels my flip. It's called a flip cancellation. Right? Sweet. Then when we do this movement, we're going to hold arrow left, which is X, or circle arrow right. Okay? That's all we're going to do. Flip cancel, and we do it. So practice just dodging backwards. You get used to that. And then when you go to dodge backwards, you're going to practice dodging backwards and then moving your thumbstick forward immediately. And then when you do that, you're going to add your arrow left or arrow right, whichever one you feel comfortable pressing. And you're gonna do it slow. You don't have to do it really fast. You don't have to be like really fast, right? Do it slow and try to get the hang of it. And that is your half flip. All right, guys, so before we get into the drill, I want you to go to settings, just get your game speed and put it all the way down to 50. So game's going to be really slow, all right? But this is a great way to fine-tune your mechanics, especially if you're getting lost and you're getting, like, it's just not working out for you. And you want to try and figure it out. Going to slow-mo really does help. So I can flip my car and I can slowly do those little micro movements and figure out where do I go for my car and what do I do, okay? So being in slow-mo really does help. You can use it for everything that we talked about. You know, your arrows, like, oh no, what's going on? Right, I want to face the net. Oh, I'm not facing it, but I'm just facing this way. This one's like, oh no, I got to figure it out. I'm going down. So slow-mo can help you just fine-tune your things. Am I eating my thing again? I think I'm eating my thing. Yeah, I am. Okay. All right. So the last mechanic before we go into the drill is simply there's so much in Rocket League, is a fast aerial. And the way we do that is this is how what it looks like. All right. No, didn't mean to twist there. That's what it looks like. So, all right. Unless you have a side by side, you're not gonna really tell the difference, right? Right? No, you'll tell. The way we do it is you press A and you lean back. You don't lean back all the way. You just lean back halfway. Press A, lean back. And then when you're used to that, you want to add another A. You want to add another jump. So jump, lean back, jump. Jump, lean back, jump. All right. You want to practice doing that real quick. All right. All right. Boom. You want to practice doing that really quickly. You'll know you'll get it right because you won't do this. You won't do the backflip of shame. All right. You're going to go up and you're going to do it. My best tip for you is on your controller. If you go down, let me see if I can get this right. If you go down and you let go, let me see. Yep. It goes back by itself. The best thing to do is just lean back and let go. Okay. Once you're used to jumping, leaning back, and jumping again, you want to add boost when you press the second jump. So jump, lean back, jump, lean back, jump boost. Jump, lean back, jump boost. And then once you're used to that, you can add, when you do the second jump, you can add boost. So jump, lean back, jump, and boost. Okay, so you want to do. If you do it correctly, you should be able to get up in the air quickly. All right, guys, so we're going to work on the drill, and the drill is dribbling. And it's going to start off really small, really easy, and it's going to progress a little bit more, just like the last drill we did. All right, and what we're going to, because this is going to help build your foundation, it's going to help you dribble, it's going to help you catch, it's going to help you hit the ball really, really hard, it's going to help you pop it up, and those are really important. And the drill is simply, we're going to hit the ball slowly, we're going to go behind it, and we're going to hit it again. Go behind it, okay, and we're going to hit it again. Go behind it, and we're going to hit it again, okay? And you can see how the ball's popping up, right? I can go a little harder if I want. You see the ball's a bit higher, right? And you're just going to do this. You're going to see what's different. Now, that is the first part of this drill. So you're just going to practice doing this, okay? The second part of the drill is you're going to, when you hit it again, it's going to pop up. You want to time it so that when it hits the ground again, you're going to hit it. The second it hits the ground, you're hitting the ball. Right? So it's going to be, let me see if I can get this in. So this is the ball. The second it hits the ground, you're hitting it. Okay? That's what we're going to try and accomplish. It's easy if you go to from the side of it, but ultimately you want to learn how to do it from all sides of the ball. The left, the right, forward, right? So pop it up right now. And the second it lands, we're going to try and hit it again. Okay. Oh, screwed it that time. So I actually ended up screwing it, so I didn't want to add that in. Yeah. The second it bounces after the first pop-up, we're going to try and hit it again. Boom. And it makes it easier if you just watch the ball. All right, we have time. I'm going to hit it. It's going to bounce. I'm going to hit it. It's going to bounce. I'm going to hit it. Okay. And that is the second step. So, boom. The reason why we want to do this is because not only does it give you a bit more car control when you're on the ground, it also sets you up to shoot the ball and to do random things. For example, if I pop it up like this and I wait for the bounce, I can then hit it and it will go further than normal. Now, sometimes you can, with this technique, you can really hit the ball. Okay, so like that, for example, I wait for the bounce and I do it. Cool. Right? So that's one way it sets you up. The other way it sets you up, I don't expect you, this is a bit more advanced, but then you can also like hit it and go up for it. Okay? Right? You hit it and then you can go up for it. So sometimes it pop up, and then it sets you up for a shot. Okay? That's another thing you can do. All right, guys, we're up to the last two steps. This time is catching. We're going to do this two ways, and the second way is going to help with the last step. So step 3, I think step 3, we're going to just push it up the wall, hit it, come down, switch off ball cam, and we're going to try and just catch it on our car. That's all we're going to do. So when I hit it, switch off ball cam, we're going to try and catch it on the car. That's it. All right. Now, quick tip, if you hit it on the nose, it's just going to go further out. Hit it on the roof, it's going to kind of jump up like I just did there. Hit it at the back, it's going to go behind you. The sides is going to be close to you, but on the side. But again, just practice and try to see what the ball is doing, because in Rocket League, everything you do can have a different outcome, right? So that's how we go. So one last time, just going to go across like this, up the wall. Okay, we're going to come down here, switch off ball cam, and I'm going to try and catch it. And look, the ball went to the left there. And then the final step is to dribble the ball on top of your head. And there are a few ways of doing that, but we're going to use this way of catching it, which is to do that same technique that we did before. And this time when we pop it up, we're just going to try and get under it. And I have ball cam off, all right? So I'm just going to try and get under. I'm going to pop it up and just try and get under it. That's all I'm going to do. And then I'm trying to follow with it. And that is called a dribble. All right, so I'm going to little hit. All right, turn around. Try to get under it. And I'm going to try and keep the ball dribbled. So I'm just going to follow and see what the ball does and how I do it. All right. And then if you want, you can also practice prop-up. So we're just going to use boost to pop the ball up a little bit. I'm going to try and catch it and do a dribble. Just like that. You know, I make it look easy. It's not easy. I have practiced dribbling for a very long time. And that's how I know about it. But that's it. And you can practice doing it by just, remember how I said that other rule? Where you're just bouncing the ball. Yep, you can do that too. Once the ball bounces, you do it. All right, that is the drill. There is one more, and I keep lying. I keep saying that's it, and then there's one more. But this one I can't really show you properly because I myself am still practicing it, and I'm not good at it. Yeah, I'm not good at it at all. But I'll give you the concept. The concept is that when the ball rolls, and it's bouncing actually, when the ball is bouncing, you want to use power slide to power slide into it. That's all you want to do. All right, that's what you want to do. Okay, you want to use power slide. You want to go behind it, and you want to use power slide to run into it. And then as you progress this skill, you want to, yeah, something like that. And you want to just try and get closer and closer to it. Practice makes perfect. I'm human. I don't even put that much time in the game. So that's it. I do, but not really. That in practice, I do, but not really. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. Peace and love. If you have anything down below, let me know. If I missed anything and if you want to see anything, peace and love. God bless. Remember, I'm just a champ. I don't know. I have good ball mechanics. Champish.